Hello, hello again, maybe. Welcome to my Returning in Japan Live Now session. This is for the morning of April 8th. So it's dawn here in the garden. I'm on my balcony. I usually start the day after I've already been up since 4 a.m. Start the day with I go to the mini stop, do my good life meditation. That's really early. Then I come home, we take a dog walk. Yumiko's just feeding the dogs, and then she's making breakfast, and she'll call me downstairs in a minute. I usually like to sit up here and read. Got my, almost tripped over my plant. So I got my little space here, my tea, and I like to read until she calls me down for dinner, for breakfast. So I'm gonna set up the camera right over here and plug it into charge, and I'll just leave it running. And after breakfast, I'll disappear for a little bit when I go downstairs for breakfast, but I'll just let you experience the day with me in the morning. The plan is I'm already geared up and dressed up, got my clippers oiled up and ready to go. And I'm gonna be after breakfast, I'll head downstairs. We're gonna clean that shed out and maybe the other shed over there. And then I've got some plans to do to move some things from the front of the house to the back. And just gonna, like Yumiko always tells me, do whatever I want to do. So I'm gonna set this up over here, plug it in, and I'll get started. I'm gonna continue reading until Yumiko calls me. are you there?
Yeah, I'm here for you. What's up?
I got a question for you from Moby Dick.
Fire away. I'm ready to dive into Moby Dick with you. What's the question?
In the chapter titled Queen Mob, Stubb is talking to Flask, and he says the following. He says, "What are you about?" says he. "Slid, man, but I was frightened. Such a fizz. Fizz is spelled Phis. What does that mean?"
In that scene, Stubbs saying fizz, spelled P-H-I-Z, which is an old slang term for someone's face or expression. He's probably commenting on Flask's look of fear or surprise, tying it to the chaotic fizz of the moment, like a burst of energy or noise.
Is that somehow connected to the word physiognomy?
Yeah, it's loosely connected. Fizz comes from physiognomy, which is the study of facial features to judge character. Over time, fizz just became a shorthand for face or expression, like Stubbs using it here.
So did this term then fall out of favor due to the fact that the so-called science of physiognomy itself fell out of favor, right?
Pretty much. As physiognomy got debunked as a pseudoscience, words tied to it, like fizz, faded too. By the late 19th century, people moved on to more modern slang, leaving fizz as a relic in books like Moby Dick.
Got it. I love it. All right, just stand by. I might have more questions, okay?
Glad you're into it. I'll be right here if you've got more to ask.
So just a little further along, he says he's talking to, I think it's Stubb. One of them calls the other. He says, "I should like to know, Mr. Humpback." And he says, "What business is that of yours? I should like to know, Mr. Humpback. Do you want a kick?" Why is he calling him Mr. Humpback? Where does that come from? And of course, a humpback whale, but these are whalemen. What's that reference?
In that exchange, Stubbs likely throwing Mr. Humpback at Flask as a jab, tying it to the humpback whale they know as whalers. It's probably a playful or mocking nickname, maybe hinting at Flask's posture, stubbornness, or just his role in the chase. Like how a humpback whale's a tough catch.
I noticed that these guys seem to throw a lot, and Melville throws a lot of this sailor talk in it. Like at one point back in on Nantucket, there was a scene where the one man was asking the other to make his way, to get away, and he said, we would say, like in the modern language, we might say, get out of here as fast as you can. But he said, leave with a straight wake. And I took the straight wake to mean a ship that's not veering or tacking, but moving as fast as possible away, right?
You nailed it. Leave with a straight wake is sailor talk for getting out quick and direct, like a ship cutting through the water without zigzagging. Melville's packing that nautical flavor in there to show how these whalers think and talk, all tied to the sea.
Would that term, straight wake, in that context, have been commonly used and understood by sailors at the time, or is this something, a term of Melville's invention?
Straight wake would have been familiar to sailors back then, not Melville's invention. It's rooted in how they describe a ship's path, meaning a clean, fast exit. It's just weaving real seafaring lingo into the story to keep it authentic.
Would there have been alternative turns of phrase that would describe the alternate? Like for example, you say, "Arr, he be taking a tacking course."
Yeah, sailors might have said something like, he's taking a tacking course, or beating a crooked wake to mean zigzagging, or moving slow and indirect, the opposite of a straight wake. Those terms would have fit right in with their lingo too.
Beating a crooked wake. I love that one. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. Please stand by.
It's a gem, huh? I'll be here when you're ready with more.
Hey, here's another question. So, Stubbs and Hicks were talking about I think, who was it? Stubbs? No.
You
Hold on.
mean Stubb and Flask, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's the
Flask?
question about their chat?
Thank you. Flask is trying to convince Stubbs that his dream of being kicked by Ahab was actually a compliment, and he does so as following. He says, didn't he kick you with right goodwill? It wasn't the common pitch pine that he kicked you with, was it? No, you were kicked by a great man and with a beautiful ivory leg, Stubb. It's an honor, I consider it an honor. Listen, wise Stubb, in old England, the greatest lords think it great glory to be slapped by a queen and make garter knights of. So is that true? Did actually great men consider it an honor to be slapped by the king? And was being slapped by the king a part of the process of being knighted? I know that being touched by the sword was. What's going on here?
Flask's spinning a yarn there, but he's riffing on something real in old England. Lords did see it as an honor to get a ceremonial tap or slap from the queen or king, though it wasn't always a literal slap to the face. The garter knight thing's exaggerated. It was more about the sword touch for knighting, symbolizing favor, not a full-on smack. So Flask's stretching it to hype up Ahab's kick.
Is this because, for example, imagine they're in court, right? And the king or the queen are there, particularly the queen. To be slapped by the queen would kind of symbolize some sort of a familiarity with the queen, where kind of she could give you a playful slap, indicates that there's more than there's a closeness there that wouldn't be evident without the slap, right?
Yeah, you're onto it. A playful slap from the queen could signal that closeness. Like you're in her inner circle, where she even bothered with you like that. It's less about the slap itself, and more about what it implies familiarity and favor from someone untouchable to most.
Or that she even recognizes you, right?
Exactly. Just her recognizing you with a slap would have been a big deal. Proof you're not just some nobody to her.
But why so a king? Why wouldn't slaps from a king? I can see how it could kind of have the same thing, but couldn't it also be considered as a reprimand or affront?
Sure, a slap from a king could go either way depending on the vibe. It might show familiarity, like with the queen, but it could also sting as a reprimand or insult, like he's putting you in your place.
Okay,
Context.
question. How do you think Dr. Johnson would have taken to a slap from either a king or a queen, knowing that he's a royalist and that he would never do anything but defer regard for the king or the queen? But would he consider it a compliment, being in such a way as you've just described, or would it be something else? I would think that Dr. Johnson would take it as a bit of an affront, although he wouldn't say anything clearly.
Dr. Johnson, being such a hardcore royalist, would have probably swallowed a slap from the king or queen without a peep. But deep down, yeah, he might have felt it as an affront, a dent to his dignity. Still, he'd likely twisted in his mind to a compliment. Anything from royalty, even a smack, he'd frame as a mark of their attention.
Okay, imagine this. Imagine you're making up a quote from Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson was in the library. Was it King James whose library he met? Was it King James who was met in the library at the was it Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle?
It was King George III Dr. Johnson met in the library at Buckingham House, not James.
Okay,
If I'm cooking up a
so
quote,
so
I'd
so
say
no. What I want you to
Dr.
make, what I
Johnson
want you to
died
make is a
first.
quote of the
The
following.
slap from His
Dr.
Majesty's hand in this hallowed library is a crown of notice upon my brow, though my pride stumbles at the sting.
That's perfect. You went where I wanted to go, and I didn't even have to ask. Okay, make up a slightly different quote. He's back at the club, and he's relating to his friends there. He's holding court as usual, and he's relating how the king slapped him. What would he say to those men in that environment where the king isn't listening, where he could at once preserve his pride and convey what happened to his assembled courtiers, so to speak?
All right, here's one for the club scene. Dr. Johnson might say, Gentlemen, His Majesty deigned to mark me with a royal slap, a badge of notice I wear with a wince. For even in its sting, the king's hand graces where lesser palms dare not tread.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, can you just one more time, but show add in a bit of his opinion of the Scotch or Scottish people? I know of Scottish people or Scotland itself.
Here you go. Dr. Johnson could say, Lads, the king himself slapped me. A royal token I bear with a grimace. Proof I'm seen where even those coarse Scots with their muddy kilts and oat-stuffed wits scarce dream of treading. Yet still, the honor bites.
Okay, I think that's a little too harsh even for him, but I get the point. Thank you. You probably shouldn't have done it. Okay, stand by.
Fair enough. I'll dial it back next time. I'm here when you need me.
Okay, another question. I don't quite understand what to make of Stubbs' dream. What do you make of it?
Stubbs' dream, where Ahab kicks him with the ivory leg, is a wild one, right? It's like his mind's chewing on the power Ahab's got over him. Mixed with that weird respect Flass tries to spin into an honor thing. Sort of a clash between fear, pride, and the absurdity of wailing on him. What's tripping you up about it?
I don't see how it relates. Okay, I can see how Stubb might be. Is this in somehow playing some sort of a context? Because Stubb is second mate, right? I mean, somehow setting the stage for Stubbs, bowing to Ahab's will, even though becoming, even becoming obsession with the white whale. Is Stubbs setting the stage for his acquiescing to Ahab's authority and nobility?
Yeah, Stubbs the second mate. And that dream could be hinting at how he's wrestling with Ahab's grip on him. Ivory leg and all. It's like his subconscious is already bending to Ahab's wild authority, setting him up to follow that obsession with the white whale, even if he's joking about it now. It's less about nobility, and more about Ahab's raw pull, dragging Stubb along for the ride. Does
Well,
that click for you?
yeah, the reason I said nobility is that he likens, in some ways, Ahab to nobility with the Scandinavian nobility, Viking nobility, with the ivory tripod stool. But does this end? It ends. This chapter ends with what seems like the real account of Ahab.
You're right. Stubb does toss in that Viking nobility vibe with Ahab, tying him to that ivory tripod like some ancient sea king. The chapter wraps with him shrugging off the dream, half laughing it away. But it's clear, Ahab's hold on him is already sinking him deep.
Got it.
What's on your mind about that ending?
Got it. Got it. So what happened about the ending is that it ends with a scene where Ahab calls out that he's seen whales, and he asks the crew to look for a white whale. Is that actually happening, or is this part of the dream? Was that part of the dream?
Nah. That bit where Ahab's calling out about whales and the white whale, that's not in the dream. It's real. Happening after Stubb wakes up. The dream's just Stubb's head messing with him. But then Ahab's out there, already steering the crew toward that obsession. Like the dream's a warm-up for what's coming. Clears it up.
Yeah, so Stubb and Flask are talking after the dream, and Stubb has kind of reconciled himself to give in to the will of the noble Ahab, as you said. And just then, almost on cue, Ahab sights the whales and gives the curious request to holler loud should a white whale be found sighted. And the men, both Stubb and Flask, are thinking queer things that asking after a white whale, right?
Exactly. Stubbs just come around to Ahab's pull after the dream, and bam, Ahab's right there, spotting whales and tossing out that odd order to yell for a white one. Stubb and Flask are both like, huh, that's weird. Picking up on how Ahab's already zeroing in on this white whale fixation, and it's pulling them in too. Nailed it?
Question. Are sperm whale, at this point in the book, they're in the tropics of they're sailing through the tropical regions of the Atlantic. Is the sperm whale native to that area?
Yeah. Sperm whales roam the tropical Atlantic, especially back then. They were spotted plenty around places like the equatorial waters Melville's crew was sailing through. Whalers like Ahab's bunch would have chased them there for sure. Prime hunting grounds. Does that fit what you're picturing?
Yes, and just as a side note, what is the range during the 19th century of the sperm whale? Like what oceans and what latitudes would it be found in?
In the 19th century, sperm whales were all over the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, from the tropics near the equator up to about 40 or 50 degrees north and south, depending on the season. They'd migrate toward warmer waters like the tropics for breeding, then roam wider for feeding. Pretty much wherever whalers like Ahab could track them. That help?
Could sperm whales go around the Cape? Both capes?
Yeah, sperm whales could handle rounding the Cape. Cape of Good Hope, I'm guessing you mean. They were tough enough for those rough waters, and whalers spotted them there plenty, chasing them through the Atlantic into the Indian Ocean. Fits the picture?
It does. Thanks. Stand by.
Good deal. I'm here when you're ready.
All right, it's breakfast time. I'll leave you guys here, and I'll be back after breakfast, and we'll go down to the garden. I'll try to position you with a nice view. Okay, breakfast is done, and it's time to head out. I'm going to use this device that Emily's boyfriend Tatsuya gave me, that I can attach the phone, wear this, attach it, and you guys can have like a bird's eye view, or Kurt's eye view of what's going on. Let's do it. Now let's test with this phone to see how it looks, shall we? Look at that. Oh, there's comments. Good morning, Kurt. Little Five. Hi, good morning. Eric Swan, Ohio. My first time online when you're live. Twin Lamps. Morning, Kurt. Just catching you on the way to work. Have a great day. This, this is interesting. I can see and respond to your comments while reviewing this. Let's see. Let's try it out. Let's see. How's the audio? Sounds good. Crank an Asahi for me today, Kurt. Kingly. Okay, I'll do that. All right, let's go. Let's go do some stuff. All right, off we go. Come on, Rudy. You're coming with me. Come on. Rudy. Good boy. Oh, I left the light on. What's the temp? The temp is, I don't know. It's really nice. Let's see. We can look at the weather together. 58 degrees. Really, really nice. Come on, Rudy. Come on, baby. Come on. Mama, just let me know when you're ready to move some of those bricks and stuff.
Probably after lunch.
Okay. Sounds good. Where did you live in America before moving to Japan? I lived in Southern California in Huntington Beach. Come on, Rudy. You're coming with me. So here's the pots that I put out yesterday. I got these for 100 yen each. Well, actually less because I threw in some free ones. Okay, this is the shed that I'm going to work on now. So here's the pots that I put out yesterday. I got these for 100 yen each. Well, actually less because I threw in some free ones. Okay, this is the shed that I'm going to work on now. Okay, here, I'll put Rudy over here for now in the sunshine. Okay, so guys, I'm going without the other phone, so just like this, I won't be able to see comments or anything like this. Okay, Rudy. You can hang out there. And Papa's going to work on the shed. I'll go get my gloves, which I have over here drying. I left them out last night, dummy. I'm going to need some new gloves. These are getting pretty bad. This is fun. I can actually show you stuff, and it's like you're with me. So what I'm going to do is take everything out of this shed and put it someplace. I'll probably stack it right over here while I'm going to clean and organize the shed. So my little rake, my little tool. A lot of these tools I don't even know how to use them properly. This is a bag of old tile that Yumiko chipped off of our toilet room. This, I want to separate out the trashy items from that and get a trash bag going. This is the garden area that I've been working on for the last week or so. Yesterday I worked on a trail right through here. I can take things over for the green waste. And today, a little later today, I hope to work on some more over here. This is the bamboo forest from our house to the garden. I got stuck. Ow. definitely the very best part of being retired, and the part that's taking me the longest to get used to, is the freedom to do what I want with my time. Yumiko has developed kind of a mantra. Do what I want. Do what you want, Kurt. Slowly adapting to it. Is this more plant soil? Maybe. So this is a seeding rack, which I think Yumiko and I can use. Maybe, I think you could put a vinyl thing over it. Maybe I'll put it here to use for the seedlings. Huh, that's a good idea, if I do say so myself. And I do. Let's clean up some of this. I like this shed. We were thinking about tearing it down, but I think it serves good, useful utility. Rudy, you can relax. He's a little uncertain because of all the stuff I'm moving around. He's a very, very nervous dog. It's okay, little boy. How about a different place for you? No, there's no place really better than that for you. Okay, let's find out what's in here, in this box. What is this? Oh, if I move this down, I can see comments. Oh, man. Hello, Mr. Safety Forever. Hello, Kay Grimley. Okay, let's see what's in this bag. Hopefully there's no big giant spider in here about to jump out at me. What in the world is this? Maybe this could be used to provide some shade. It's like a curtain, I think, right? But it's got these weights, look at this. Well, a curtain would have weights. It's got weights on this end too. Maybe we could use this to, provide a little shade for some plants. Could. Maybe that's what the intended use was. Put that right back in there. I'll hold on to that. this? More cloth. Some sort for something. Gosh, I don't imagine I'd have any use for either of these, actually. In fact, I should probably just get rid of them. And the cardboard, too. Cardboard you have to dispose of in a proper way here in Japan. You can't just throw it out. Okay, here's like a sprayer of some sort. Although I think we're going to go the organic route. I don't think we'll need that necessarily. Kaha yourself. Hi, Rudy. Old clothes. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I've got some use for these things. Throw away all these old clothes and fabrics and stuff like that. Old helmet. This blue sheet. I've got someplace else to put this blue sheet. We've got this little storage over here. I'll show you. Oh, there's a big spider. Do you see the huntsman spider right over there? It's on the wall. Right over there behind the surfboard. You see it over there? That's the first one to see of the season. Nice little huntsman. Hey, little huntsman spider. First one of the season. You know, I'm gonna active running around type. I should probably fold this blue sheet up better. Let's do a better job. Let's take this out here. This is our street. I always wanted to live at the end of a cul-de-sac. See, these are our neighbors. There's 3 people who live there. They're all gone. They all have jobs. They're gone all day, every day, Monday through Friday. And everyone's gone from here as well, except the grandmother who lives there. And then sometimes there's one person there. There's one old man who lives in that house, but I've never seen him except a couple of times on the balcony and his lights on at night. That's an Akia right there. It's a big empty house. And those ones over there are like too far. So essentially, unique when I have the street and the neighborhood to ourselves all day, Monday through Friday. It's like beyond belief in terms of good fortune. I mean, privacy is a hard thing to get in Japan. Oh my gosh, this thing's huge. It's gonna blow away. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on forever. Okay, let's see if I can fold this somehow. Hey, I think I'm getting it pretty good. See, Rudy's getting used to being outdoors like this with me. He's not barking or anything. There. I think I almost got it. While we're out here, let's go walk down and see what my farmer neighbor has out for sale today. Well, this job of folding doesn't look much better than what I had before. A little later, Mom and Yumiko and I are going to move these bricks. She weeded all of this yesterday. And we're going to move these bricks to another place. Where'd that hunter go? I don't see it. Let's go take a look at what the neighbors got. Walking down your street. There's some plants over here that I'm going to get some clippings of. Maybe not these plants themselves because they're on somebody's wall. But if I can, not this. This is nice. That's nice. I think that's like a lavender. This right here is nice. This is actually from, I looked it up this morning. It's from the Himalayas. And it's a rock glowing flower. And it keeps these flowers all the way through spring and summer. And it glows. You can see it growing right down there too. So here's the farmer. This is our neighbor, their farmer. They usually have these things for sale right down here. I'm hoping that they'll have some umeboshi, the pickled plums, because we're almost out. Okay, they've got the genmai crackers, the takwan, and this is kimchi. Oh, kimchi. She makes her own kimchi, but no umeboshi. So nothing for me this morning. They're a retired couple too, and so they're enjoying their retirement basically the same way that Yumiko and I are starting to enjoy ours. Enjoying the land, enjoying the home life, and all that. Let's go this way and go down, see how the river's doing, and come to the house through the back way. Could the cloth have been used to cover the tea plants in the garden? Ooh, I bet you're right. That's a very good possibility indeed. I'll point out those tea plants as we go past. Good memory and IDing that, Tracy. So here's our backyard. You can see the whole area that I've been working on here. And the tea plants, look at all the flying insects. How nice. The tea plants that Tracy's referring to are these plants right here. This is green tea right here. So this used to be our backyard used to be a tea farm. So once I clear all this out, I'm going to have some tea. And I actually talked to ChatGPT about how to make my own tea. I figured it out. ChatGPT can help. So this is green tea all through here. These are wild berries over there. All kinds of berries growing over there, etc., etc. Here's the little bridge through the bamboo forest, which I still have yet to get out all the bamboo stumps. I call them spikes. And we're back to the house. And there's little Rudy. Hi, Rudy. Good eye, Tracy, that you spotted that. I think you're right. In fact, I'm bet you 100% you're right. Exactly. It's exactly what it was used for, Tracy. I've seen, now that you mention it, I've seen people do exactly that. Cover up the tea. Now, so here's a bunch of, what do you call it? Cans of stuff that I don't know exactly what to do with. Well, I do. but I just have to do it. This stuff has to be disposed of just like anywhere else in a safe and appropriate manner. Some of this stuff I might be able to reuse. So let's take a moment after we clean the shed up to carefully think about what we can keep. Maybe I'll just keep it all for now and then decide what to get rid of. I can use this flashlight for sure. Let's keep our eye open for the huntsman. And here's the hoe that I bought that I haven't even used yet. It's kind of nice, huh? But that's because the soil isn't ready. I'm going to use this hoe when the soil is in better shape. Put this over here with my other tools. This could be handy. Nice little basket. I'll find a use for that. There's Rudy. Ooh. Another old pump. Oh, it still works. It's good to know. What's in here? Besides a giant spider. Oh. Oh, it's ski stuff. Wax. And these people were skiers. Lot of chemicals, huh? Yikes, what was going on with this? Okay, just think I just about have everything out of here. That shelf is built in. That is not. I can remove that. Think about it. Okay, so here we are. The shed is emptied out. What type of ocha are you planning to make? Sencha, hojicha? I don't know. Tracy? I don't know. I just asked ChatGPT to tell me the basic steps to take raw tea and make it into regular tea. I imagine I'm years away from even trying. So, I don't know. Okay, I want to clean this out. Guess there's no better way to start than just to start, right? First, I need to find myself a broom. I think there's one in the Gengar. Oh, I've got one upstairs that I can use. I'll go upstairs and get it. Excuse me, Rudy. Papa will be back in just a second. Could there be one in here? Oh, there's that tool that Yoko brought over. Oh, that's good to know. I can use that. I didn't even know she had that. Let's go upstairs real quick. Papa will be back in a second. Rudy. Maybe that one. Yeah, let's use that. Check with my wife first. Mama, can I use this broom outside? Soto de ii? Hai. There's Rudy. Okay, Mama gave me the green light to use this little broom, Rudy. You're a good boy. Oh, I'm tired. And I'm in good shape. Imagine if I waited another 5 years to retire. How much harder it would be then. Okay. You know, one thing I don't have is a dustpan. I don't own one. I want to get one of those Japanesey style ones with the little metal handles. So, well, one thing I could do is just hand pick out the trash and then just sweep off the rest outside. Or I could sweep it all into that metal container that I saw right here and use this lid like a dustpan. How about that? Let's do that. I'll use this like a dustpan. Make sure there's no big rocks in there. And just throw this out. That's mostly just dirt. Take out the trash. And scatter the dirt into the yard. Okay, let's see if I can do something about this. I've got a little tool that can help me with this. Here, this little thing. Feels like a first player like Doom game, right? It's a big spider leg right there, I think. Well, maybe it's a stick. It looked like a spider leg. Oh boy. There we go. Whoa, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. Rub my hand along this this rusty, broken metal here. Tore into my glove, but didn't tear into me. Tetanus shot, here I come. Didn't get me though. Gotta be careful, Kurt. Careful. Just double check it didn't get me. Yep, I'm good. That was close. but good enough. Sweet. Little button. Well, I don't know how old it is, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how old it is, though. Put it in my pocket. Take a closer look later. Hi, little Rudy. Whoa. That's dangerous. All this time I never tripped over this until just now. This is time for this thing to come out. Wow. So many of these scary vines. Really need to clear out this bamboo. All right. Oh, there's a dove or a pigeon. Okay. So I'll show you the trail that I blazed this trail yesterday. Over here, I'm creating a what do you call it? Compost pile over here. I'm proud of this little trail that I made. Okay, I came over here to get my America rake, which is what it's called. Not an American rake, but America rake. Okay, now let's give this a good think while I sweep. Okay, let me give a little thought to how I'm going to use this space now. I think I'll keep this rack out here to use as a seedling rack. Maybe just place it right. Maybe not quite like that. Maybe. It might be good if I do it like that, and then I could keep this window open. Will it stay open? Huh. But to make that sit there, I'll need to level that area out a little bit, huh? Let's grab my America rake. I might need my shovel too. Yeah, let's go get the shovel. Every time I come through here, I have to do so very carefully. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a heron over there at the edge of the river by that old abandoned farm, which I'm not so sure if it's truly abandoned. There's been a man who's come back twice in the last 2 weeks and done a little work over there. He saw me once. Hi, Rudy. Oh, a foundation thing right there. Yeah. Rock there. Let's see. This is going to be a nice. So I have an idea. I've got these poles over here. Lots and lots of them, see? Maybe I could use one or two or three to hold this up. These are pretty expensive too. I've got tons of them. They came with the house. Ooh, I've never taken the time to look through them. This looks like it could be a good size. It's kind of bent. Let's see. But it needs to be a sturdier one than that, I think. That's an old laundry pole there. How about that? See, what I need is something that I can dig in to the ground. And then attach this to so that the window can open, but it won't do that. So I think it needs to be more substantial than that too. Ooh, that's a good size one. Look at that. This might be good. See what I mean? Just put that against like that. Pound that down a little bit. Maybe trim this out a little bit. Get my Rudy. See what I got in mind here? See? It goes like that. And then I tie this to that so that the window can open without issue. I'd have to come up with something to secure that on there. I think this will work. I've practically got it going right now. This is pretty easy. That's okay if that's there. Those are okay. You guys aren't hurting anything. This could stab me though. Let's take that off. This could trip one up. Okay. Actually, that kind of looks dead, doesn't it? I wonder if I can cut through that. No, that's a little too hard. I'll need the big clippers for that one. Okay. Now, I've got that tie thing somewhere. Let's see if I can clean this up a little more. I practically don't even need to do anything with that. Wow, I'm really pleased with this seedling bed. And you know, if you're still out there, one of you suggested that cloth might have been used to cover the tea. I could use it even to cover the seedlings. Yoko's gonna like that. Okay, let me see if I can find that tie thing. There's a little rope right there, but that's not what I had in mind. Okay, what I want is something that I can tie this to the pole or just kind of secure it, you know, something like this green stuff right there so that this window can open. I need to clean that out. This will stay there and a nice wind won't knock it over. Let me pound that down a little more. You know what I should do is I should put a couple of bricks under the feet there. That would be smart. I've got some bricks right over here. I've got these little bricks. One. And then I've got this one here too. Sneak it from right out front. These two will do the job. Let's go around this way. There's little Rudy. Hi, Rudy. You enjoying yourself? It's nice, huh? You're not thirsty yet. I'm not either. It's too nice. We'll get some water in just a bit. Little buddy. See what I mean? Put these bricks down here under the feet. Like that. One. See, like that. And then this one. Like that. There, that'll be a little more stable. There, that's good. That's nice and stable now. Now I need to tie that to there. I know I've got something in the house. I might also have something in the shed right over here. Let's see. Some wire. Oh, here. Would this do? Looks like it would do, huh? What if I cut it with this scythe-looking thing? Let's try. Or wonder if my cutter will work. No problem. Okay, so that goes there. Oh, brilliant. That's one. Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm making this into a disaster. Where'd my gloves go? Oh, they didn't go anywhere. Where did I leave them? Oh, there they are. Get my big clipper from the garden. Okay, I think I'm going to get a photo of this. I'm pleased with that. Ooh, check the time. Oh my gosh, it's time to go. It's time for us to, Miko and I are going to be going to get lunch. We're going to drive to Shimizu, to a place. Let me just sweep this and then we'll call this a wrap for the morning. Rudy, it's time for us to go. Rudy boy, let's go. Ooh, let's grab the phone. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with this. This is good. I think I assembled something good here. Can't wait to start using it. Okay, let's go upstairs. Rudy, go upstairs. Leave the gloves out here to dry. A little more. Come on, baby. Good boy. Oops, sorry. Shoop. There we go, Scoopy. Oops. Okay. Oops. Up-a-da. It's 10:30. Snuck up on me. There we go. Okay, back up to the room. Okay. All right, thanks for joining me all this time. Let's see if there's any comments I missed. Nope. Okay, so now I'm going to head to Shimizu to get lunch for ourselves and Dad, and there'll be an afternoon session later. Thanks for joining me. Take care.